We're here at the Museum of Native American History, where we're going to travel through time and learn about the incredible history of the First Peoples. I'm here with Charlotte from the Museum of Native American History in Bentonville. This is one of the top attractions in this area. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
You know, this museum is really different because what we do is we take you chronologically through time. You know, every museum has a story. Our museum we are dedicated to the diversity of culture of the first people from all the Americas. I mean, when I first came here, and this is your first time?
First time, yes.
Okay. When I first came here, I thought, well, it'll be a regional museum. I will go through it like that, and I'll be on my merry way. And I'm going on 8 years, and I'm still here. And I was so amazed. It's kind of like Doctor Who's phone booth. It's bigger than it looks. The story is just incredible. We're a private museum that was created by David Bogle, who's born and raised right here in Bentonville, Arkansas. His heritage is Cherokee, and his vision is just so extraordinary to highlight that diversity of culture.
So what was David Bogle's inspiration to start this museum?
When you walk in the door, you're trumpeted, you're welcomed by a 12,000-year-old woolly mammoth. Well, behind the woolly mammoth, there is an ode to his Eagle Scout leader, Mr. John Fryer, who was a collector of arrowheads. And he inspired David to be passionate about history and collecting. And as an older man, David bought part of his arrowhead collection. He bought 5 very prestigious collections to begin the journey you take. And I mean, his vision for us to work off of, to connect the past, a 16,000-year history of the first people, to present-day cultural leaders that, you know, highlight, you know, people in the news from last year, Wes Studi, who received an Academy Award after he left us, to authors and historians and earth guardians, and and then we go on from David's original vision of, you know, telling the story of the first people to educating future generations about the first people too.
Great. And so you're going to take me around to the different rooms.
I am.
Okay. I'm excited for this.
Okay.
So tell me about this room.
Well, as you go through the museum, it's kind of an evolution of time periods. And so the Archaic period, we're feature the Atlatl, which is even used today. So in the Paleo period, where you're hunting that great beast, Tusker the woolly mammoth, which is a spear, you know, either you're going to get under him and like, or you're going to push him off the cliff. When the Atlatl, you know, it's the aha moment that, you know, they had in Europe after the Ice Age, and here and probably other continents, where this spear thrower would give you velocity and accuracy, and you might not be squished by a woolly mammoth.
So the Atlatl is the spear, or is it the spear thrower?
It's the Atlatl is a spear thrower.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're not just have one, you know, spear.
Okay.
So this is taking you through time. And also you'll start seeing the napping is a little bit different than in the Paleo period
okay.
too.
So you mentioned napping, so this is napping?
Yes.
Okay.
So these little hands kind of give you an idea from the start where these little hands are chipping away.
Okay. So it's basically creating the arrowheads.
Right.
For the tools. And so you actually have a class on how to do this coming up.
We had the fabulous Mr. Don Dixon here that talked about archaeology in the Ozarks. So we have talks on it. Our 12th anniversary, we're going to have an Earth Skills Day, or maybe 2, Saturday and Sunday. And there'll be nappers here. There'll be people making atlatls. There'll be basket makers. There'll be potters, you know. So it'll be something that'll be inspiring for the whole family. But one thing that's cool about the arrowheads, every child that comes here can go on an arrowhead hunt out in the rocks by the teepee. So they always get one free arrowhead when they come. And they're all hand napped.
Really?
Yeah, they are. They're pretty cool.
Okay, great. So if we walk through the teepee, what's in this next area?
When you walk through the teepee, this is the historic period. This is where culture's changing and trade is happening. This right here, we have 2 winter counts. This is the Washasha winter count. And usually a winter count there's only 100 known. We have 2 here and sometimes 3. But this one is on muslin cloth, and it's been featured in Tribal Art magazine. A winter count begins with the first snow. And so it begins like life in a spiral. This one begins with leaving of the Blue Lake. You're going into the unknown. And so this keeper had many apprentices to add to this each year. And one of the things when we go around the corner and you see Lone Dog's winter count, that Lone Dog had kept that for 70 years. You'll see the Leonid meteor shower here, and you'll see the Leonid meteor shower on that side. So it must have been so extraordinary.
So I would imagine if you're, at the campfire and you're telling stories, you're probably going over all the other things that have happened in the past years too, right?
Well, just imagine if you boiled your life down to one picture.
One picture per year.
One picture per year.
Yeah, I could spend all day looking at this. So you have another one of these too?
I do. Do you want to go see it?
Yes, I do.
You really can get lost in each one of these little glyphs on this.
And how many years is this?
This is 70.
70 years. Wow.
This is Lonehorn. And you go over there and it says Lonehorn's leg was killed. Well, what Floyd Clown Sr. told us is that Lonehorn's leg was broken in a bison hunt, but his heart was broken too. He had lost his wife and child. It is time traveling here. When you come in, I just feel like it's so exciting because it is time traveling where if you can just sit with these things, your imagination will open those doors to you. Leave our time behind and just, hopefully you'll want to go and learn more and more and more after your visit to the Museum of Native American History.
Thank you so much for taking me around today. It really is a place where you just get lost in time and you really spend all day here.
You're now a time traveler.
I am time traveler.
Hey, are you subscribed yet? You better do so in order to never miss a segment. Click below and subscribe today.